Did you start the paperwork yet?
No, I have not actually. I've been kind of sleeping on that a little bit.
Okay.
I'll get that going this week.
The thing of it is, to me, the other team being killed, you're telling me there was no comms? There was no one to say, hey, has anyone checked in with Team 1?
I think he's going to let his guard down, and this thing is proving that it is smart.
Yes.
So I think it knows that he's the lead guy in charge. He's the one calling the shots.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Oh, no, you're good.
This is the road we travel.
It's the road less traveled. We travel it nonetheless.
We forget the road and go straight into the bush.
Hey there, Midnighters and Moonlighters. This is your closer-in-chief with a check-in. Management just sent us transfer from our gear and logistics department. Said he had some field research he needs to work on for some new prototype equipment. Not sure what this new tech guy is supposed to be studying, but he's already been doing some wonders, tinkering with some of our equipment on hand. So far, he's doubled the capacity of our coffee maker, halved the response time of our unmanned sentry turrets, and upgraded our security cameras from 35mm film to 40mm airburst. Not sure how he managed that first one, but he's certainly helping with productivity around here. So, head on over to the break room to meet and greet the new guy, Tech, and save a slice of the management-mandated new recruit pizza for me. And hey, if you ever had to deal with trying to decipher an old employee handbook like it was a lost ancient manuscript, hit those like and subscribe buttons. This one's for you. Welcome to Nightwatch, everybody. This is your closer-in-chief.
Oh, no.
This is your closer-in-chief. I'm here with the Nightwatch Security Services crew. I am joined today by Big Smoke.
Yay.
Jolly Green.
Hello.
And our new guest co-host, we'll see what he ends up being long-term, what he decides to be, but we're here with Tech.
How's it going?
Yeah, I'm already digging Tech because technically going to be correcting a lot of stuff for us here. You're going to be our in-house go-to guru on some things.
Yes.
I already bragged to these guys, like, you're going to be coming in with Star Wars knowledge. You're going to like, comment, and subscribe. You're going to be coming in with the World War II history, the various world history
love
stuff.
The World War II.
Because you were always the history buff. I couldn't get into it, but you and JB, man, it's...
Yeah.
But, and, we've been talking a lot more on the global scale stuff lately.
Kind of forced into it.
Yeah, say one of the more recent episodes, we were just talking about the Russian-Ukraine conflict, the Israel and Iran conflict, just a bunch of shit going on out there in the world. Stuff that we've been doing, stuff, the tech that we've got. Slid in there in the comments and corrected us on some stuff. So.
You gotta help when you can.
I was saying, if I don't have to be sitting here on my phone and get to actively engage, then that's all the better, All right, so
I'm in the field, just I'm in the football field, just I don't know where at. You know what I mean? I don't know where I'm. 30-yard, 50.
Just lost in placement.
Yeah.
Don't try to make the touchdown in the other teams on our freaking.
Coach told me to stick to that guy. That's what I'm doing.
I've said this before. I went to the wrong huddle during a high school football game. Same uniform.
I did not know that.
Head to toe, toe to head, same colors, red, white, and black.
But inverted.
And
just
went
walk
in there.
right along.
Like, come in. Circle opens up. It's no. I'm like, who the hell are you guys? Ref wanted to throw a flag. Couldn't throw the flag. He was laughing so hard. Coach huddles us up. I'm like, I'm going to get yelled at. He goes, all right, that was some funny shit. Now let's get back here and do let's play.
Who you got?
I'm like, oh man. Needless to say, I didn't stick around too far long after that. I think I did one more game, and I'm like, this ain't for me. Well, every time we come to the line, they're like, Blue 21, Thunder, on, Tornado, break. And then I looked at the guy next to him like, where do I go? Where do I run? Which way do I run? He just run fucking forward. I was tackling guard, so it wasn't necessarily hard, but.
Nope. I wasn't good at football.
I never even tried.
Same. Too small.
Yeah, I was
too uncoordinated, too unfit.
I was great with the footwork stuff. They were trying to make me a running back, and I did one sweep, and I was coming around my sweep, and this guy, the senior, I was like 170 pounds at the time. and this senior, he was excess of 250. Hit me like a freight train, and blam! And then I wake up, and he's sitting there, master mask. That's how we do it, baby. That's how we do it. Like, I'm just sitting there, like, ow! I got off the field right there, took my helmet off. Yep, this is not for me. Football is not my sport.
I did flag.
Never look back.
I did flag, which is totally different than high school, but I really like the flag football. I was who goes after the quarterback? Well, is there a person? Coach would go, you see that guy with the ball? I don't care who has the ball, go for him. Oh, I loved it. You know what I mean? I loved it. You know what I mean? And I just wish it was.
It's like an episode of The Water Boy. I tackle that guy too.
I wish the coach would just be like that, because then I'd be like,
just picture Forrest Gump. You get the ball, you just run and keep on running.
Oh yeah, I wish it was like that, but no, they have to do all these. And how you're supposed to know it, I don't know, because they never taught us anything. You know what I mean? So how everyone else knew, I mean, unless I wasn't privileged to something everyone else was, which probably was the gag.
You missed the meeting.
Yeah, everyone didn't invite me to
the practices.
Everyone didn't invite me to. We did like training, but we never did like, this is what Blue 22 means. This is what
you didn't get
means.
the comprehension for
it.
Because everybody else who knew what Blue 20, they probably were playing like
Pee-wee.
since they were like 9 years old.
Yeah, they were in the varsity teams.
Yeah,
and shit like
they knew what Blue 22 was because they've actually played it over and over again. I was kind of like, that was kind of my mistake. I thought I was just going to go in there and I was going to play and get girls and stuff. And I took one hit, and then I was done.
I mean, that's how it's marketed to everybody.
Yeah.
You look at it, you go, I can do that.
Yeah, I was like, nah. I took that one hit, and I swear to God, I felt like my body was in a letter S position for the whole time. Because I'm like, geez, that guy hit me so hard, I felt it for days afterward. Like, these guys play this crap every week. I'm not doing this. And then they're hitting each other during the week in practice.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing this.
I didn't like the people in my high school either. One game, I think the guy was crying. He's like, looks at me, he's like, stop crying! And I'm like, I wasn't even crying. That was you. All right.
See, we did a lot of ultimate frisbee whenever we were younger.
That looks so fun.
I was hoping you would bring that up.
I mean, that was about the most coordinated I could get, man. Because if I got the frisbee, I can just stand still and figure it out from there.
I think we had 2 curricular activities, and that was it at our high school. We didn't have any archery.
Oh, we were just playing.
Oh, this was outside of school. Yeah.
Oh, see, that's that. I always wanted to. That looks so much fun. Hey, Chief, I got a question on the secondary job, not this one. When do we get our bonus checks?
When you put about a decade's worth of experience and time in, working your way up to assistant manager, assistant general manager. When you do the classes and the courses, and you go to the management leadership courses, and did you start the paperwork yet?
No, I have not actually. I've been kind of sleeping on that a little bit.
Okay,
I'll get that going. There was something else.
When you can make a large pepperoni pizza in under a minute.
Oh shit!
That is actually part of the requirement.
Oh, is there? Yeah. What was it? We were saying something there in the last episode, and I was like, yeah, no. That's
don't bring me into this show.
No. I was like, that's a manager. Managers wouldn't understand that. And ire, just the daggers. He's like, all right, got you, motherfucker. Next time we work together,
when Chief starts getting like really excited, the knife hand comes out.
That's never stopped. That's never stopped.
When he really wants to make a point.
Ever since starting this, I've become a lot more assertive. Like getting into management with the day job has definitely been more of a push into taking on even more of a leadership role, and I've just been rolling with that for a couple of years now. But yeah, taking on something of our own. And taking kind of directive lead on it. It's
understandable.
Like I have standards that I'm setting and then meeting.
It's starting to come out at work.
And now at the day job, it's like, why the fuck can't you do your goddamn job? It's so fucking easy. You put the pizza in the bag, you hit the button, you hit the second button, and then you get out the door. Woosah.
Yeah, exactly. It was funny because 4 months ago, he wouldn't have been like, hey, why are you standing around when other people are
It's
working?
like, hey, you're standing around, I'm standing around, we're chilling. I'm on my phone, you're on your phone, it's cool. Now it's, why are you leaning on that table? Why am I sweating right now? Why are they all working and you're standing there on that table?
You gotta lean back a little bit.
will
man.
You gotta make sure that table doesn't float away. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I will say the other
Gravity's
day,
tricky.
he was trying to beat his time with cutting it. You know them kids the other night that was like, who are we? And then we were like, yeah, whatever.
The Star Wars kids.
They start dabbing each other up. They're like, yeah. I walk out and they're like, yeah, just beat my record. Everyone starts dabbing each other up like, you fucking record that shit. Remember when he was cutting in that young kid?
I remember the kids, I just don't remember that conversation.
No, remember, it was another day. It was like both days before that. You was trying to beat your time.
You
were like,
I did a time pizza.
No one high-fived. I just added that for embellishment. Yeah, no, I just added that into...
I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, I was excited because it wasn't my personal best time, but it was a more recent personal best because so right now my best is 18 seconds. But past couple of years, trying to get back down to that time and everything, I kept plateauing at that like 22 to 24 second mark, which isn't bad. Anything under 30 seconds is you get there's a bronze, a silver, and a gold pin. So anything faster than 30 seconds is already a gold pin. So I've been holding that for a while.
I was impressed.
But I'm not.
But so I wasn't even. The funny thing was I wasn't even trying for a personal best. I was just like, hey, I'm going to show you what because he's been there a while. He's going to have to start doing time pizzas, and I'm like, so this is what it's going to look like. Because he said something about I did a pizza really fast.
Which one are we talking about? Oh yeah,
young scholar.
Young scholar.
Yeah, but so. Whenever he said something about me doing the pizza that fast, I'm like, all right, I'll show you how to do it, how a time pizza is supposed to look. This is what it's supposed to look like. And so I'm like, here, take my phone, do the stopwatch and everything. And then Big Boss is like, no, record that. So he brought his phone out and was like, here, take a video. I'm like, not gonna be self-conscious being on video and everything, but all right, and I wasn't even like prepared for this or nothing. I just did the normal setup and everything. I'm just gonna knock this out real quick. And I busted that shit out in 19 seconds. And I was proud. I was excited. I'm like, fuck yeah, we'll get back to that time and everything. Because, there is a fastest pizza maker competition. And if you get up to the national levels, like the grand prize is like $15,000.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to get in on it for a while now. And I was going to try to go this past year, but they made it for GMs only. And apparently as an assistant GM, I didn't qualify.
That's funny, though.
See, yeah. I start work at 5. I'm not,
yeah, I hear you.
I'm not giving a shit.
I hear you.
I mean, it's funny, like Baby Boss at work is like, hey, you guys are getting good to be a team, and I'm already walking away.
Yeah. Miss me with that team shit.
Yeah, Big Smoke, where you going? Like, this ain't no fucking team. You barely get half these fools to come to work. I'm like, nah, fuck that. You can miss me.
And misfits at best.
Yeah, you can miss me with that shit.
Little boss. Are we referring to the scholar?
No. That's the young scholar boss.
Boss man. There we go.
Yeah, boss man or baby boss, as I like to call him. Well, I used to have a name for him, but we can't use it anymore. We had a name for him that doesn't work.
It doesn't jive with YouTube.
Yeah, it doesn't work with the policies, guidelines. So
if we were doing a historical documentary piece, we could say.
Oh, but of course.
Yeah. So for now, he's just Baby Boss because he's shorter than everybody. And he always puffs his chest out trying to be bigger than he was.
Oh, you got to be that Napoleon.
Yeah, I did say that.
I also made that reference. Like, Stalin killed a lot of people, but you can say his name all day, every day.
Yeah.
Mao Zedong killed millions of people.
Yeah,
you can say that name.
Yeah, but it's not like repeatedly told how many millions of that cat killed. Mao Zedong, he's killed so many people they don't even know how much, but it's north of 100 million people.
Yeah.
Just so many bodies are stacked up on that guy.
Just reminds me of the old Eddie Izzard skit that he was talking about. It's like, apparently if you just get so good at killing people, they just applaud you. They don't know what else to do. Like, well done.
Here's your trophy.
Put him on house arrest.
The great leader.
Don't let anybody go into that house.
Yeah, seriously, that guy killed so many people. And then he allowed other people, like, hey, look, you're only allowed to have one kid. And since boy children are better than girl children, if they find out they're pregnant with a girl child, they kill the girl child off.
Who's the scientist that did really messed up experiments?
Which one?
Dude, yeah, come on.
Mengele.
I mean,
Joseph Mengele.
Yes. Yeah, that one. Are we allowed to say that?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
Because people don't know who Mengele is.
Yeah, people aren't in the street shouting, "Our president is Mengele." You know, it's.
I mean, they're about to find out, though. They look it up.
No. You guys are horrible.
Yeah, tell us in the comments.
Tell us here. Like, comment,
and subscribe.
Oh, volume.
Quiet.
I'm telling you, we need to get like a decibel reader, like Silent Library. You guys remember that show on Spike TV? Yeah, something like that.
Well, look, when my last couple of years in the Signal Corps, and we used to have like decibel readers for how well the game was actually received on the encryption grid.
Yeah.
And so like 65 to 75 is like the optimum.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't want to speak too loud, so they have these microphones on their
throat
throats.
mics. Yeah.
So it's like you have to sub-vocalize. So you're talking like this, you're not doing it, but it comes out really loud on the encryption.
Yeah, because it actually picks up the sound off the vocal cords instead of what's coming out of your mouth. So you can whisper and it sounds like you're talking to somebody in the room.
Yeah, but then like it's so funny. It's like all the special forces guys, they got used to just talking like that.
Oh. So walking to Chow Hall, let me get up. Let me get 2 slices of pizza.
You think he's trying to like make love to you with his voice? Hey man, can I get like 2 steaks, and fries, and some peas on the side? Most appreciated, brother. You're like, why are you talking to me like that, man? Oh, sorry, man. That's just the way we talk because, practice makes perfect, and perfect is in your practice. You're like,
are you flirting with me?
Like,
you being sweet on me?
I don't do that gay shit. Talk to me like a man. Say it with your chest. I don't want you to rub my chest. I want you to say it.
I don't care if your voice does sound like peanut butter and velvet, I
don't care how good it sounds. I mean, I don't do that shit.
Way off topic. Does everybody like Nutella here?
Honestly, no.
No, not a big hazelnut
fan. Never tried this stuff.
It's so good. I can't believe you guys don't
like
that.
No Nutella, no hazelnut creamer.
My fiance said the same thing the other day. She's like, I don't like Nutella. I was like, I don't. That might be it. That might be it right there. That might be a deal breaker.
It's cracked me up the couple of times I actually try to talk to your woman. She's running away.
She's skittish. She's like a cat. She's skittish. I know. I said the other night, and I was like, she actively, when he came up, like beforehand, like it was like kind of under the table. I'm trying to get away real quick. That night, she was legit. Hey, how's it going? And she's like, she's rolling up actively as he's speaking. Oh, she was some types of way that night.
Oh man,
it's gonna be wild whenever he ends up being best man at your wedding. And
it was cracking me up. Is like she did that. She rolled up the window, and I went. I just kind of leaned in, like I'm not going away.
Just picturing all those
light little taps on the window.
Shorts and the TikToks. Just think about all the shorts and TikToks where it's like dude gets chased out of a place because he's not wearing a mask, right? And so dude comes out and is like confronting him about the mask and everything, and he's like trying to talk to him, but dude's got like the window cracked like that much, and so he keeps just trying to tell him put the window down. I'm just picturing that, you're just standing there outside the window, just glaring at it. Just put the window down. Put the window down.
I didn't go as far as tap the window, but I come walking up to you, obviously, greetings from the planet of shop here, and he goes. And then she's like, she saw it, and she leans back, and the window goes, ooh. I'm like, that's all right. Because Big Smoke can lean in and say hello. I'm not.
He was quite aggressive.
Like, hi.
Now I'm picturing that scene from Man of Steel where he walks through the glass.
I just leaned in.
He grabbed the window and fought the motor down.
Hey, no sweat. You're in the passenger seat. You can't get in.
He walked over and got into the.
He just started opening the door.
And then locked the door. Hey, we gonna talk. How you doing?
Yeah, she needs nothing.
Open the car door. They figured out the door locks.
Yeah. I mean,
Ellie.
And then, like the first time I met her, I was walking outside and I saw her. She was like just getting out of the car, his car. This must be her. Like from easily 30 feet away. I'm going, hey, how you doing? She quickly started skipping around to the other side of the car.
Oh no!
And I'm like, okay, this is going to be too fun because obviously she's running away.
I think it's so fun too. I do.
It's like, okay, and look, racist moment coming up. 3, 2, 1. I'm like, she's obviously afraid of the black guy. So let's go.
It's dark outside.
Yeah, it's dark outside. It's only us two. Black guy coming at her. She starts skipping. So I started skipping closer to this, and I cut her off. How you do? You must be with Jolly. I'm Big Smoke. And I reached my hand out there. Grab my hand, woman. Shaking that hand. Hi.
Really making that strong first impression.
Hey, it's unforgettable though.
Yeah, what is that? Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, where he's doing something, and that cop in the background is like,
sprinting away.
You just see that she's like, oh, and he's just like, just booking it.
Yeah, I headed her off at the pass.
And it wasn't even that. She doesn't mind black people. It's just
I know that.
Everybody says that.
Everyone says that. But
you know who also says they don't mind black people? Racists. And other black people.
She's just so skittish.
She is skittish. And like I said,
I love it.
You know, it's the first thing. He's like, you don't run away from the predator. He's going to chase.
That's like a bear. You don't run from the bear.
That's any predator.
Fast movements.
You're only going to be tired by the end.
Yes. They're going to
just going to die tired.
Yeah.
Look, you know, racist moment again. Okay, 3, 2, 1. There's black people. And then there's ninjas. Yeah, you don't like ninjas? I don't like ninjas either. We can all agree.
Tech doesn't know this joke yet, but I love saying it. Can we laugh at that?
We can. You can't.
Oh, yeah.
I remember the first time you said that.
I hate when little boss and our young scholars say that. They're like, you're not allowed to do that, and I'm like, why? And they're like, your skin. I'm like, what? I was like, we have hard times, and they're like, what? I was like, obesity? And they're like, yeah, it's so difficult that you have a numerous amount of money that you can just spend it on all the food you want. Yeah, it's so difficult. That's such a struggle. I'm like, in a certain light it is.
See, I got that nice little ace in the pocket. It's like, oh yeah, you guys are just picking on the mentally handicapped kid. I see how it is. They're messing with me.
Baby boss, he tries to be quick and hip, and I'm like, nah, bro. I've been doing this since I was 9. We had things called the dozens. The game didn't end until somebody was crying. So, and he's like, yeah, I got a complaint for you. You got a complaint for me? Yeah, the big heavyset black guy.
Jesus, still on about that one. Oh man.
But hey, he finally had to stop because I'm like, hey. He goes, who did this? It wasn't a big heavyset black guy. I'll tell you that much.
Just ran that joke into the ground.
Yeah, just ran it. Everything was like,
it's not fun anymore if you do it.
Yeah. I can't bring you down if you're constantly disparaging yourself. That's the point. My little baby, Asian guy. I'm gonna say that.
It'd been more funny if you were like, no, big and black. That could be anybody. That could be anybody.
Hey man, who's got this order? Does it say the big fat black guy? No? Okay, well, it's not me. we got three. It's the black guy. Was he skinny or was he fat? Because one lady said, one of your drivers, he left something here at the store, left it at my house. What is it? Was he black? Okay, he's black. Was he fat or was he skinny? Was he skinny and had all his teeth, or was he skinny and didn't have all his teeth? That narrows it down.
I just pictured a weird ass game of Guess Who.
Yeah.
Imagine being the customer. You'd be afraid to answer at that point.
It's like,
but it's funny.
Is this call being recorded?
It's funny because like I'm the biggest fat guy, and then you got two skinny guys. One of them, you got two skinny ones, but one doesn't have all his teeth. and he's very distinctive. Like, look, does he have all his teeth? And then the lady was like, no, he didn't have all his. Then I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, we would send him right back down.
You can hear the beads of sweat falling off of her.
She's like, oh, God.
What's that dripping sound? Why do you sound wet?
If you listen carefully, you can hear the heartbeat.
I
can hear you being canceled right now.
As we speak. I did a similar thing. I think our young scholar put Big Chungus on one of the orders.
He did
that
not.
I ordered. Yeah. And I think every once in a while I'm like, oh yeah, is it the bitch? Oh, he called me a bitch once, and I was like, is it the bitch or the Big Chungus? He was like, I don't know if I could do that. I wanted a pizza for cheaper because I got extra toppings. I was like, Scholar, just put it on a Big Chungus and just do it. just do it.
We're really not supposed to.
No,
because
we're not supposed to. Yeah,
because Big Smoke used to go by Papa Thanos in the shop, and that's what he put as his name under all of his orders and everything. And then it came down from higher up that we had to use
a real
names
name.
And,
cease and desist.
Yeah. So he should not be doing
Is
that.
that Disney?
No fun.
No. Not at all.
It's not hurting nothing.
Would that be Marvel?
Well, it's not because it's a...
No. But that'd be funny if it's like corporate. Marvel's been up our ass. Whoever's using Papa Thanos down there, tell him to knock that shit off.
Oh, I just realized you used the D word. You said the House of Mouse. Disney? They're going to come down hard on this now?
No, as long as you don't put the mouse.
They're just going to be aware of it.
Yeah. If you ever put a mouse in a house on it, they definitely will come quick.
I'm just picturing because we triggered some kind of like AI system that they have now. Some tech at Disney has to sit here and listen through the entire episode. Gets us one extra view.
I was so confused when Tech said that. I was like, did I say dick? I thought we was allowed to say dick. I'm confused.
The amount of things we are not allowed to say. I don't think that's one of them. Even though I don't say that word, I say lymphalis.
I'm a little bit more fancier when I say it. I say the panyard.
The panyard.
I'm cultured. Come on.
Loose hanging fruit at the pelvic region.
The second head.
Yeah.
The baby elephant trunk.
Yeah, the tig and berries.
The one-eyed trouser snake.
And the one-eyed loop-de-loop.
Yeah, Cyclops.
Oh man, my pappy's to say that. No, gotta go bleed the lizard.
Drain the main vein.
Yeah. Shake the mighty oak. Shake the dew off the tree or something.
See a man about a dog.
Yeah, I'm like, get in there.
Going to grab the mighty oak. Yeah, guys can speak many words about their dick. Yep. But that's not what we're here to talk about.
What was it? The whorehouse episode was, and it's like, would be you get most poetical about your pecker.
Yeah. Firefly.
Folks, I don't know if you know or not, but this episode is dedicated to penises. All about
a couple of peens.
Yeah, a couple of peens.
Maybe. Yeah.
The peen-eyes.
The peen-ice.
But yeah, when it comes to what words we can and can't say, realistically, it's more of an issue of if the episode gets demonetized. Well, we're not monetized yet, so it's not really that much of a bother.
It's more of a Chief problem at the end of the day, where he's like, I gotta do all this scrubbing. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, he did get on our case, and the knife hand was coming out very often.
Well, it's just like, listen, I get the jokes. It's funny. It's cool. It's hip. Whatever. Every time you say it, I gotta dig that out and do a thing, and that's minutes off of my life.
And we care. We care, Chief. We care.
Well, I keep saying you gotta put a sign on the break room wall. Don't say this. Say this instead.
Prohibited, non-prohibited words.
I say when we get an actual dedicated space, I'm gonna have a nice little bulletin board.
Hey, Tech, we already have certain words, on the wall.
Don't say that one.
Yeah, definitely don't say that one.
Don't say that word. You can't say it.
And now I really want
to.
Unprompted.
Does that say fidget?
No, it rhymes with Bob Saget.
Bob Saget.
You Bob Saget.
Was that Tourette's guy or whatever?
Rest in peace.
Oh my God. Did he pass away?
Bob Saget? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not Bob's. Oh, did he pass away too?
Why are you asking me?
Bob
You
Saget
said
passed
yes.
away.
I thought we were talking about the Tretz guy.
No,
That's who I
Trez
was
guy, as far as
referring
I'm aware, is still around and kicking, but Bob Saget died.
He's funny.
But yeah, no, that's why I'm glad I figured this little process out, because the sound pad, it records to its own separate track, and so I can just hit the little quiet laugh track button whenever I need to go in and scan through.
We were talking about the Comanches or whatever, and he was like, they went in there and they killed him. They mutilated him. And then something happened, a noise, and he hit that. And all you hear is, yeah, okay, yeah, mutilation. Yeah. I couldn't get over it. I'm over it now.
Sure. That's all I did. I forget what it was. You said, he coughed real loud and aggressively, and I hit the lap button because I was doing it separately on my phone. He fucking lost his mind. He's like, it's real nasty.
Yeah, no, it was
you
like
see Chief go boop.
It was like I'm sorry.
Inside voices. You guys are so immature.
We're so excited.
Apologies.
So excited.
Apologies.
Children.
So excited.
And I'm only saying that because I'm 20 years senior to most of the people.
And here I thought you were saying it because I was short.
We do not trespass on the vertically challenged. In fact, I profit very much off the vertically challenged at work. Big Smoke, Big Smoke, can you pull this off my car? $2.
I know. I'm dedicated now because
ongoing. You're Captain Simp. They don't even come to me anymore.
No,
they don't even come to me anymore.
You're just a polite young man, you know.
Yeah, it's like dude trying to make money and you're doing it for free. I was sitting there. I could not believe it.
I mean, or am I?
But I hope you are, because the other one doesn't even bold reckoning. Because he used to be Captain Simp. He used to go
I'm
out
aware
there.
of that.
Yeah, he used to be Captain Simp. He used to go running out there and taking shit off and helping people. It's like,
he prefers White Knight.
No.
Huh?
No. I just quit doing it.
Yeah.
I used to make fun of him every time he did it. It's okay, put your cape on. Cape on.
Get out there, Captain Courageous.
Fly out there and do boyfriend stuff for free.
But Big Smoke, when they're just standing there looking up at you with those big doe eyes.
They're so sad.
And Big Smoke is looking down on him, going, look in my eye. I dare you to care. I dare you to care. You're in trouble.
He's like, look for that non-existent tear I got going down.
Look at the soulless abyss that
See
is
this?
my eye.
Drier than the Sahara.
Yeah. I do not care. Coming to me crying. Why are you crying near me? Can you go cry? So, I don't have any handkerchiefs. He's got a handkerchief and he's got the simp cape to match. Go cry near him.
Yeah, when I go to cry and I go to the back and I see him washing dishes, I just turn around. I'm like, nah, I ain't doing it back here with him. There's no reason to do it.
Oh, God. I'm sorry. Seeing any man crying in my vicinity, I mean, out in the open, big, giant, weeping tears, it brings out the kill instinct in me. I just want to beat him.
Just brings out the embroiled rage. Yeah.
We can't let this one procreate.
Too much weakness.
He'll breathe the weakness into the world.
Jesus.
Hey, what's that over there? Drag his body out in the back, throw it in the ditch.
The fucking gazelle with a limp.
Speaking of eyes, how you said look into my eye makes me think of the scene from Aliens. Sergeant Capone, look into my eye.
Oh, yeah.
When he asked you, he goes, what's the matter with you? Want me to get your slippers for you?
Yeah.
Oh, Sarge, could you do that? Look into my eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a classic. I don't care about your feelings. Get to work. I mean, they had that shit down.
Yes.
They had that shit down. This is when he's like, here. He's like, Hudson, come here. Come here. Like, and then the next scene, he's like, I don't care how tired your arms are, Hudson. Load them up. He's like, he worked that kid to death. He's like, you're going to get you're going to get lip cancer chewing on those things. Like, the back and forth. That's exactly how it was.
Good chemistry.
It was good chemistry. I mean, man, Bill Paxton, rest in peace.
Yes. not only was killed by an alien and the Predator at the same time.
At the same
And
time.
Terminator.
And
Yes,
Terminator. He
yes.
died in all of that. And he got no billing for that.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
His name is not on the credits. But
What?
no. He's one of the weirdo, like, punk rockers that got killed at
Yep.
the freaking telescope. It was a telescope.
Oh,
I think it was like
Yeah.
unnamed
The
thug
very
one or
beginning.
two.
Unknown bad guy, you know. He
Yeah.
got killed.
Unknown.
Wasn't he one of the guys that got killed whenever he was just like trying to get clothes or whatever? So
Yeah.
Well, speaking of aliens, I'm gonna have to try this one again.
Here we go.
Are you caught up on Alien Earth?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. All the way up through the most recent episode.
All the way.
Fuck yes.
Unless
Awesome.
one just dropped that I'm not aware of.
No, it's Tuesdays.
Tuesdays.
So tomorrow's the
Yes.
new episode.
Okay.
But,
The last episode, hopefully.
I think they said that they're doing 8
8.
episodes for the season.
I remember when it used to be 26. 26.
Yeah,
for the
22-minute episodes. Now these things are like an hour apiece, man.
Yes, they are.
season. I can barely handle them at an hour. We've already been through this, but we're going to run this gauntlet again.
Yeah,
Let's
so-
go, baby. Let's go.
Tech, out of 5 stars, what do you give the show so far?
I feel that solid maybe 4.5.
Wow.
Yeah,
Good.
see?
I'll give it 4.5. It sets up a good lore to what's going on in that universe. It explains why an alien, Weyland Yutani, is after the xenomorph. Because the show predates what goes on in the first film.
Yep.
And
First
it
or the second? I thought it was in
First.
between the two.
Nope.
They established it. It's before the first alien.
Okay.
And it explains why in Sigourney Weaver's universe that Prodigy is no longer one of the big 5. There is no big 5. It's only 4. So I'm very anxious to see how they're going to wrap
Wipe
that
out
up
Prodigy,
and
yeah.
explain why Prodigy doesn't exist and why the hybrids no longer are a thing going forward.
Well, I mean, they've only got the couple of prototype models, so I mean,
True.
Well, I mean, the short version is they wipe out Cavalier.
yeah,
Because
I mean,
obviously
it's gonna have to
Prodigy
be.
does not exist without that barefoot fool running around.
Right. I mean, from what is shown on the island, anyways, the top echelon of that company is damn near non-existent. It's him, his right-hand man, his
And that's it.
android.
Just 2 bare feet.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know, but so well.
But okay, now, you got to give props to a guy who's that smart. He can be a trillionaire and run a multi-planet organization.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, but
But his disregard for safety, for rules, and going up against corporations that have replaced nations or replaced governments of nations and are ruling other planets as well. You know, that's
and we already know that Weyland Yutani is multi-generational.
Yes.
It's the granddaughter who's running the shop
company now. Yeah.
now. I mean, so that means Big Mama Bear, Baby Mama Bear, and now her have run this corporation, and she's like high society. There's levels beyond levels that make up what she can put to bear, which kind of gets on my nerves. Why certain attack squads were so minuscule.
Right.
Okay, she should have thrown entire transports worth of firepower at this one little itty bitty island.
Well, now I will point out that would be Morrow's call because he was put in charge
Yes,
of.
I was just about to say she did say whatever he wants,
He
give it
gets.
to him.
Yes.
Okay,
And he majorly dropped the ball. I agree
Thank you
100% with
very
you
much.
on that.
me and Tech are on the same side on that
Yeah.
issue. Okay,
So my opinion is that they were going in small. Yes, they had the two separate teams, but they were going in small because the primary target was getting Arthur off the
Yes.
island with the alien. They thought they were going to be able to just go in, grab him up, and get out. They brought the 2 teams just in case that didn't fail, because obviously they went to an immediate Plan B contingency and started sweeping the island for the next.
and got immediately captured.
And got immediately captured, and the other team got killed.
The thing of it is, to me, the other team being killed, you're telling me there was no comms? There was no one to say, hey, has anyone checked in with Team 1?
Shit.
You know, why hasn't Team 1 checked in? For Morrow to walk into Kirsch's trap, to me, is a complete misplay. in the
Completely
show.
blind.
Yes. Like, I get it. He trusted Arush, but, I mean, trust vaguely, I should say.
He thought he still had a Roosh in his pocket.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was no trust in that. But like they were communicating when they first made contact with Arush. What is that black guy's name? Somebody Google search.
Yeah, you have to.
Because I don't
got it.
remember that fool. This
got
is how badly I regard this. I don't know all these fools' names.
And they're based off of...
Slightly.
No, Slightly is a Rouge.
Yeah, Slightly is a Rouge.
Oh, is that a Rouge?
Slightly is a Rouge. The other
on.
black guy. Well, technically, they're both men of color. So let's see. What is his name? Because he got his thing done when Slightly and that guy.
Smee.
Smee.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he's Smee. Okay, so
Skywalker.
Slightly and Smee. They come up again. They come up and
That's
obviously
Shmee.
failed in their...
Smee.
Yeah, they failed in their contribution.
Also Star Wars.
Okay.
Like, subscribe.
Comments, comment, and subscribe. If you put all that emphasis on them getting Arthur and that face hugger and then all you got is the empty husk of dead Arthur.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I don't know why they took these two. Maybe maybe they were gonna dissect them later.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, still if these things really wanted to get away from you. I mean, these are some serious.
Yes.
Powerful,
yes.
Synthetic material. They didn't like zap them or nothing. They just like,
I mean,
hey, you
just
come
showing what Nibs could do. And that was just on a psychotic break.
Yeah, that was just no combat training, just crush.
Yeah.
Straight overwhelming power.
But at the same time, up until the episode before the last one, all the trackers were on, so they knew exactly where they were in location. They had the cameras all over the facility, so they had the illusion of control.
But to be fair, there was no control, because when you put it the way you just did, whether the trackers were on or off is irrelevant when the only person who was monitoring these children,
Kirsch.
more or less, was Kirsch.
Yeah.
And he's the only one who has a plan to what's going on.
Probably also the only one physically capable of stopping them, short
Yes.
of overwhelming tech.
Look, I'm waiting for the big finale.
Yes.
I really want to see.
I think it's going to leave off on a cliffhanger.
Oh, of course.
For sure. Yeah.
I think that they're still going to be on the island.
I mean, the end result, regardless, is by the time Alien rolls around, Prodigy does not exist.
Right.
And there is no
Probably.
mention, unless they decide to completely retcon the entire history of it.
Unless they're going to just continue this little ballerina, back and forth between Prodigy and Yutani. Okay, but
I'm going to put 5 on it right now.
Oh,
That says that alien eyeball thing is going to end up in Boy Cavalier. I think that's what's ends up happening.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to agree with that, I really do. But I feel like what's going to happen is he's going to put it into a body. This will be my bet. He's going to put it into a body, and it's going to be what kills him.
Oh, for sure, but I think
Just
it's going to
in general,
transfer.
like, that's where he's going to find that what he thought was going to be this antithesis of intelligence that he can communicate with is going to be what gets him killed.
Well, that's why I'm saying I think he's going to let his guard down, and this thing is proving that it is smart.
Yes.
So I think it knows that he's the lead guy in charge. He's the one calling the shots.
Yeah.
And I think the things because it behaves itself whenever he's around. So I think I think the eyeball's trying to lure him into a false sense of security to get into the top dog in the food chain in the area. So I think that's what's going to end up happening.
I'll agree with you on that. I'll side with you on that.
And I think it's going to be why Prodigy fails is because Boy's going to get taken over, but I don't think it's going to be right away. I think the alien eyeball is going to be trying to pull some strings and
maybe
trying to keep things going for.
So, Chief, what is your number on it? What do you 1 to 5?
No, I give it 5 stars. Honestly, I think it not only does a very good job of operating within the pre-established lore of the xenomorphs. Maybe the timeline's a little bit weird, but they've been playing loose and fast with that since Prometheus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I have some opinions on that. I think that's not necessarily correct, but we'll get around to that here in a second. But as far as Alien Earth goes, it does a fantastic job of showing what Earth looks like in this universe in this time period. I think it does a tremendous job as far as set design. I mean, the design of the ship. I felt like I was walking through the halls of the Nostromo again. Mm-hmm. It's every bit of that clunky analog retrofuturism meets shiny, sleek sci-fi, and the fact that it's not just the xenomorph that's the threat, right? You have the hybrids, you have the synthetics, you have the cyborgs. So all three are right now, like meeting at a head right there. And then on top of that, you have the xenomorph. You have the alien eyeball thing. You got the beetle things that are spitting acid and eating synthetic material. And the blood-sucking leech things. The giant mosquito things. And then on top of that, you have classic, mega corporation bad and is the true villain in all of this, because none of this would be happening to any of the regular people if it wasn't for
greed and money.
Well,
God bless them. They just want that.
Now, I'm not a hater on greed and money, but corporate overreach and power. The lust for power, because that's what it is. It's all about control. They want to control everything. They don't care about money. They have so much money they can throw that shit around. As an apology, they sent over, what was it, like $30 million or some shit like that?
The courtroom thing there, they were like,
no, it wasn't 30 million. It was 30
like it was
billion.
nothing.
Or $1 billion. Okay,
and then he through some verbal finagling, he got it up to 80 billion and immediately shut the conversation down.
Right.
When they realized how much they screwed up.
Yeah, but that was just the price of doing business. Let alone literally brought up the number of lives lost in that city getting hit by the ship, the loss and damages of the buildings, the ship, and everything else that happened, all the people that are dead because of it. All that gets waved away and hand waved by just throwing cash around, and that's that classic downfall of that corporate mindset, that mega corporate mindset, and so that has been a classic staple of sci-fi and the Alien franchise for a very long time. I mean, I've said before that, if you look at the original, very original Alien movie, 1979 Sigourney Weaver Alien movie, the xenomorph isn't the bad guy, it isn't the villain of that movie. It's the most immediate threat, but the villain of that movie is Weyland Yutani in the first place.
Yes, it's the byproduct of the greed that you're talking about.
Yeah. And we see it even more so in the second movie, where you have an entire colony disappear and get turned into more xenomorphs, and they sent one fucking fire team of Marines to go deal with the problem because they're a bunch of fucking cheapskates. They sent an insurance adjuster and one fire team with one dropship and one tank, man. Like that's
one synthetic. That's it. I love. I gotta say, it cracks me up when you think in the broad scheme of what a corporation, a mega corporation, can bring to bear on someone, and then they throw one squad at something, and they don't even give you all the information of what they're throwing at you in the process.
Yeah, they send one specialist who just gets up there and is like, yeah, you guys should be afraid of these things. And that was it. No schematics, no pictures, no, shoot them here, these are the weak points,
Wasn't it supposed to be hush-hush? Wasn't that the point of why they only sent one small detachment?
I mean,
I think it's more, it might have been hush-hush, but
I think because they had the colony wiped out, not because of the xenomorph specifically.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's why they only sent the one detachment, because they figured that would be enough to quell potentially what to outsiders would think would be a human threat.
Right.
Maybe.
But they knew on the inside what the real threat was, which is why they took Sigourney Weaver as the specialist on knowing what these things were.
Right, that's fair. Kept it all in
that, and it was all grossly misunderstood of how bad it actually could be.
Right.
Like, they took what she said, they said, just go sit in the corner, we got this.
Yeah, when you're talking about hundreds of people, they don't really go, of course, how often they were actually in communication with LV-426. They don't really go into how much of that. But after you just got through telling them, hey, this thing is like the ultimate badass, and you just sent an entire colony to this thing, and now she didn't know until later that Burke, after finding out that this thing was there, he sent the survey team to the exact coordinates where she said it was. And that's when they lost everybody there. Now, there's no way any of those creatures would have came out if he didn't send bodies over there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see time and again that they react to a
Human
host
presence.
source.
Human presence. What's so crazy about it is, like, during that debrief, she had it said, look, when he went in there, this thing grabbed him. So then you're going to send more people in there. And then they're going to do exactly like the first crew did. Something grabbed his face. They're like, oh, shit. We need to take him back to base. and see if we could get it off. And it wasn't even just that one. It was like 3 people got grabbed. So they sent a team, and it's like, okay, 3 of you got grabbed. 1 person died because they killed him pulling it off his face.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The other 2, they obviously implanted, and they didn't realize what they had done.
Yeah.
And then big black things come busting out, and now they're small at first, and so they run for the corners and stuff. And people are afraid of big rats, so they don't initially try to track it down.
Yeah.
They eat a few cats, maybe a few rats. They grow up big enough, and then they start snatching people. And that's the whole thing. Like on Alien Earth, when the big infestation happens, that's what those xenomorphs are doing.
And you're talking about in the comic.
In the comic book, yeah, they're just
Yeah.
grabbing people and taking them to the nest so they can be implanted. And, you know, people had their old regular bolt action rifles and stuff. Doesn't affect them because they're pretty armored up.
Yeah.
Only armor piercing affects those things. And so these people are shooting them with, 30-06s and stuff, and bullets are just cratering on the armor.
Mhm.
And then like, kill him, I can't have my son, being infected. So they kill the guy that the alien's holding. Alien looks at the dead body, throws it away, and is like coming out. Because
Yeah.
it's going to get somebody.
Right.
I mean, that was like they were getting ahead of it, but then the aliens got smart, and instead of doing like big hives, they would do small little 5-egg bundles
But see,
in multiple different places. So the like a CERT team couldn't get in there, and you just couldn't track all of them.
yeah,
And
but
just-
it wasn't the aliens that were getting smart. It was the queen.
Yeah.
yeah.
The queen was like doing that, throwing 4 or 5 eggs out and just sticking them out there. So you kill the 4 or 5 eggs, but there's like 20 or 30 in other spots that you don't see. And they react to any biomass.
Yes.
A deer, a
Mhm.
bear, a dog, a cat. They'll make a xenomorph out of anything. Like they're just walking penises running around grabbing stuff. And like you can tell if someone like a human being gets grabbed. But the bear isn't going to tell you anything. The
Yeah.
coyote isn't going to tell you anything. The coyote just think it's going to be hurt and just go running off somewhere. And next thing you know, you got a coyote-like xenomorph
Yep.
coming after
Then
you.
you got a runner.
And then you got to run with it,
Yeah.
And now we got 2 on the planet now.
Yes.
We got 2. We gotta.
Which
You gotta-
makes me wonder, do we think Wendy knows about the second one? Do you think it's talked yet?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because she showed
can't
no-
sense them, but she can hear them.
Well, that's what I mean. Do you think it's been talking yet?
I would say yes, because when they pulled it out of the face hugger, that little like I don't even know what you call that, like a nymph.
Yeah.
It was talking then, or what was that? The face
No,
hugger
that was
screaming?
the nymph.
Yeah,
She heard
that was the
one.
first
So
one.
I bet you at that point it's able to say something. I think
Well-
she knows.
Well, she heard the very first one when she walked into the ship.
Well,
Well, that's what I mean.
Well, let's not forget too, timeline wise, right? When Slightly got the face hugger onto Arthur
Mhm.
and was hiding in the vents, where was Wendy at that time? She was dealing with Nibs. She was dealing with her brother. She was distracted, and she was still talking to the other xenomorph, the adolescent. Whenever the chestburster popped out of Arthur, she was on the docks with her brother, surrounded by guys with guns trying to stop her from getting out.
So she wasn't paying
distracted,
attention.
wasn't
True.
paying attention. So I don't think she knows. I don't think she knows that there's a second one yet. I think she'll find out very soon, because everything's kind
They're
of
gonna
coming
stick
to
her
that
in
head.
jail. Yeah, they're gonna stick her in jail and see what happens.
Well, right, and as of right now, only the one is in containment. The fresh chest
Yeah,
burster was.
Yeah.
the freshman.
Yeah.
The other one's still loose on the island.
Yeah.
Basically waiting for the time to strike.
Yeah. So I have a theory that I'm going to pass along to you guys. See what
Go
you
ahead.
think. I think that, because it's been referenced enough times in just the last 2 episodes with Wendy's connection with this first drone. Since it's been referenced towards Alien 3, with Sigourney Weaver being the matriarch and the Abomination, how the Abomination turned on the Queen,
Was
the
that
Queen Xenomorph.
we took Resurrection or
Yes.
three?
Yes.
Okay.
That's movie number 4. Yeah.
Oh, is it number 4?
Yeah.
My apologies.
Yeah, 3 was the one where they were in prison or on the prison planet.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Everyone forgets about that one.
Well, that's the one they're trying to forget. That's why.
Yeah.
But
Well, Resurrection's the one they should be forgetting, but
but the Abomination turns on the Xenomorph Queen, kills it,
Mm-hmm.
and then follows Sigourney Weaver as the matriarch over it.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that what's going to happen is Wendy's going to get too comfortable with thinking that this thing agrees with her, it sides with her, and it's going to grow into its adolescence and realize, oh, I have a sibling now. Now there doesn't have to be just me. Because xenomorphs have shown in different media that they can make a queen out of just their drones.
No.
They go through a biological process
Hormone storm.
Yeah, and make their own,
Yeah.
more or less, what's it, queen's jelly?
Yeah.
Or royal jelly.
Royal jelly.
Yeah. And I think that once it realizes it's not alone, Wendy's going to get too comfortable with it, and it's going to kill her about the same way that the queen tried to kill Bishop in the second film.
It's gonna run them through.
That's my theory.
Me and Tech is gonna get along.
So
here's the thing, though. I think they're running. Okay, since they kind of messed that crap up with Alien Resurrection and Sigourney Weaver, the whole. She's a genetic clone from 200 years into the future. Okay, yeah, miss me with that. Okay, what she's more described as is there's a character in the comics, and that is exactly what Wendy is.
Okay.
She is a genetic hybrid of an alien and a synthetic. Okay, but they're kind of just going with the whole hybrid thing, and for some reason she's able to communicate.
Mm.
Yeah, she's able to detect
nobody else can.
Subharmonics.
Yeah. And it's funny that one part is like, hey, can you hear what she's hearing?
Don't tell me what I want to hear.
Yeah, tell me the truth. Shaking her head though. That was hilarious. And some reason she's able to do it. Now in the comic books, there's a hybrid synthetic / alien that can do exactly what Wendy can do.
Okay.
But none of the drones turn on her because she literally is a queen.
Okay.
And she has ultimate control, and she has a colony of very many of these, and they had a queen that goes through a hormone storm, and she was mother to that queen.
Okay, gotcha.
So she had no fear of being usurped because she was top dog, and she killed a lot of people over that nonsense. And the corporations were trying to take over the planet, and she killed off all people except one person and kicked them off the planet.
She goes from that to that.
Okay. Gotcha.
Are you showing them
from the comics?
Yeah, from the comic books? Yeah, it's
yeah.
really awesome depiction. Yeah.
That's cool.
So she's top dog. I don't know if they're going to do that with Wendy because technically she's not really in the family.
Yeah.
She just knows the language.
Which that's what made me lean into them now realizing there's two.
Look, from what I'm almost of a mind that these people don't know alien lore. Because some of the stuff that they're doing, they're just making it up on the fly, it seems. I mean, I like all the other aliens, the other side characters, because if those guys get out, especially the ones that eat rocks, if they get out, they're gonna like eat up everything, and you can tell they breed rather fast.
Well, and those bloodsucker ones too, man. Like they go out and swarming like tadpoles and
all the ticks.
Ticks, yeah. And those will feed on humans.
And you can't get them off because as soon as you break them off, they spit some kind of gas that kills whoever pulls them off. Oh my god! And when they eat deep.
Yes.
That thing stuck on homeboy's neck, and you just see him just chug
it was
a
quick.
lug. Yeah,
it was quick.
He drank deep. Oh my god! Killed that dude just like nothing.
But see, now I think it's going to be more of a. I think they're going to end up killing the brother.
Yes.
And I think that's going to set Wendy off, and so she's going to turn the xenomorphs against the rest of Prodigy. And I think she's going to slaughter all those guys. And I think she's going to like squirrel away in some cave somewhere. And I think that's actually how the first season's going to end, is that she's going to escape with the two aliens and start her little den or coven or whatever you want to call it, her hatchery or whatever.
Yeah,
and I think one of them's going to become a sub-queen that is able to produce more eggs. And she's just going to be able to, she's going to have her own little clutch. And then I think they're going to bring in a second season, and it's going to be them trying to hunt her down and stop her, and not realize how widespread it already is.
That's going to be a really,
I bet you that's what's gonna happen because I mean she's mad at her brother for
Yeah, she's already
Shooting
like,
nibs.
so the only person that was family is gone now. I mean she's got the other.
Well, there's already the struggle with the identity crisis.
Yeah,
is that actually his sister or not?
yeah, she's
right?
not really even considering because like he's like, hey, look, these things are eating people, and she's like, it's eating you people. It's not eating us, and I'm like, she's already making the separation.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I'm starting
her
to forget.
humanity has
it's kind of
slipped.
it's drifted a little.
Yeah.
So I think that's gonna be it might be an issue. I'm still only giving it 1.5 stars. I'm not.
Oof, that's so low.
It's low because the only thing that's really giving it for me is the fact that it's sci-fi, and I like sci-fi. I like sci-fi, but I don't like lazy sci-fi.
So you're saying if it was called something other than Alien?
You could have made it anything other than Alien. I mean, the alien, the xenomorph itself, is not pure black. It's kind of like it's got an orange head. It's kind of like off colored.
It's kind of like what they did with
it almost like it looks like it's got golden teeth. It almost has a grill.
But to be fair, though, the xenomorphs, they take on the traits of whatever
Whatever
they were produced from.
Right.
So maybe it has something to do with it being gestated in just a lung, not having access to a full human physiology.
Like marked as basically like a not a half breed, but like a red blood.
Yeah.
Runt. Yeah. So that
You
definitely seen it because like in Alien Romulus, the one that was getting tasered and electrocuted as it was bursting out of its chest, and it got that clear translucent head crest and had a little bit of lightning going through it. Yeah. Which was dumb, but it was cool.
Speaking of Romulus, they are in the works of a second film.
Really?
They are. And I just checked the timeline between Alien Earth to the original Aliens is 2 years.
Mm.
So what is going on in Alien Earth 2 years later is Sigourney Weaver's journey. So they have a 2-year span to wrap up what's going on with Prodigy, the hybrids, Alien Crisis that'll be on Earth. So unless they are going to completely do their own story like the new Star Trek films did and just change the trajectory of it, because
they could
noticed
still
this,
squeeze it and make it work.
No, they can't.
It just won't be the same time scale as the comics.
No, because by the time Sigourney Weaver comes back, they still don't have an infestation on Earth.
Well, okay, so to circle back around with the timeline thing, what I was mentioning with Prometheus and Alien Covenant, right?
Okay.
So a lot of people's biggest complaint is that it gets the canon events wrong. They say the same thing about AVP because if Earth knew back in 2011 or whatever that there was that the xenomorphs have been on Earth already, which. I mean, hell, with this new timeline stuff, they could actually just kind of squeeze that in of like, hey, xenomorphs are already here, and that's what Wendy finds, and starts leaving.
Yeah, you could do that.
But my point is this. If we take from another pop culture system of Warhammer 40K, where you have all these different stories from all these different timelines and everything, and they basically claim that all of it's canon, it's just inconsistent narration, right? Basically it's like, you think you know a thing for sure until somebody else's account comes into play, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's basically what's happening with the Alien universe is that you have all of these people that claim they know what they're talking about as far as, when we discovered the xenomorphs, where they're from, where they come from, where we've run into them at. But all of this would be classified documentation through different mega corporations. I mean, they can't even keep consistent whether it's the Weyland Foundation and then eventually the merger with the Weyland Yutani Corporation. The big four versus the big five, where the fuck Prodigy comes into play. It's obviously it's just new for the show, but like as far as if I were to try to make it all lore, make it all canon, I think it could actually happen. Because there seems to be a misconception, I feel, in the thinking with Prometheus and Alien Covenant that David made the xenomorphs in the version that we know them now with his experimentations and twisting the DNA. But I think it's more along the lines of he found an older strain of xenomorph that hadn't interacted with humans yet, and he started twisting the DNA and transformed it into something that ended up inevitably becoming the more evolved design that we see in the other Alien movies.
Okay, so what is the second movie for Romulus? Was it Romulus or
Romulus? Yeah.
Okay.
What it's going to touch on, they haven't really officially announced. They just announced that it is in production.
Yeah, it's just not going to be centered on any of the previous people because they fucked off to the other.
But it's supposed to take place 60 or 65 years after the events of
It's going to have to,
Romulus?
because that alien that they were messing with on the space station is the one that freaking Ripley kicked out of the airlock.
Yes.
Yeah, which didn't get back into system until 60 years later.
60-something years later. So,
67 years. So, like, yeah. So, I mean, the time gap there.
I remember look, they had one channel on YouTube had like a dedicated timeline of how shit was supposed to happen.
Mhm.
And it's all over the map. It's all over the map.
Well, I mean, it's different people in different parts of the galaxy too. So,
yeah,
I
but
mean,
the timeline is because they don't know which particular lore to follow. Because if you really want to follow that, first they think the engineers are the ones who did all that crap on Earth, and now they were supposedly going to come back and destroy Earth. That was
the plot of Prometheus.
That's the plot of Prometheus. Okay, so then Prometheus happens. Okay, so now the doctor and the head and body of the android, they go flying off to the main engineer world.
Well, that engineer world. It's not confirmed that that's the main home world.
Okay.
But it's one of their settlements.
Yeah,
basically.
one of their settlements, and they kill off all those cats. Experiments, and synthetic goes nutburger like they tend to do.
Yeah,
and he creates these other little like weirdo xenomorphs, and then of course he hijacks an entire colony ship where he's got all kinds of people he can mess with. Okay, now
but only what was it? 2 facehugger embryos.
I know. I think it's 2, but definitely one that he coughed up.
It was the 2 that he coughed up.
Yeah, 2 he coughed up. Okay, so now he's got 1,800, primaries that he can do from those, because he knows he can make more
right
from those 2. So where are they going to go from that?
Yeah.
Well, I wish they haven't, because Alien Covenant came out. And
you know what? After Covenant, I really was like, yeah.
Well, I mean, and obviously they've already gone in different directions with it. So it's,
then they got Romulus, and like I said, that Romulus was
Covenant came out in 2017, so
Yeah.
that was 8 years ago.
well, they're getting lazy and very specific now with these lore. People aren't talking together, I guess.
Yeah.
People are not talking together. So for me, it's kind of like, okay, fine, all right. I'm gonna wait until streaming to see this next one, because I'm not gonna waste the money.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna waste the money. Yeah. Also, I'm too lazy to drive 40 minutes to PA
To just see a movie.
to see a movie.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they haven't been releasing them in theaters since Covenant. I mean, Romulus came out on Hulu. That was straight to streaming services.
Was it?
No,
Yeah.
that was in a movie theater. I
I could have swore it
I
was.
saw that in a movie theater, man.
Well, why you do that? The biggest issue I have until the episode comes out, you said what, tomorrow?
New episode comes out tomorrow. Yep.
I need to see more of the tech that the military, specifically Morrow's group, had and what Kirsch's group will have. Because I noticed something in the episode that just aired. If this is supposed to take place between a 2-year gap between now and the first Alien film, I already understand there's a change in the technology as far as their defense weapons. Obviously, the M22s look completely different.
Yeah.
They're sleeker, they're smaller.
They're smaller.
But I noticed that when Morrow's team came up, you could see some carrying the arm-assisted packs. And I was like, oh, I'm a big smart gun fan. Like, you aim and it just does it all for you. You just got to point in the right direction. Count me in. They're not using smart guns. They're using rotary miniguns. But they're mounted to the chassis of the smart guns.
Yeah.
So you have 2 years to make up that technology. Not saying it's not possible. I mean, you got synthetics, you got cyborgs.
Hybrids.
But why would Weyland Yutani, which has already shown that their tech is advanced more than Prodigy's? Because if you notice, all their monitoring tech, it's like comparing the iPhone to a Nokia. Like, you can tell where the rich are and where the sub-rich are. They're still rich. Like, Prodigy's still rich, by all means. But they don't have the tech like Yutani.
Oh, shit. Sorry, just to cut in real quick. Okay, so yes, there was a theatrical release of Alien Romulus. It was originally intended to be released directly on Hulu, but Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures moved the film to the theatrical release.
House of Mouse.
And then I did not know this part either. Apparently, Alien Romulus got a limited VHS release.
Oh, that would be some money there.
Alien Romulus was released through digital download on October 15th, and on the same date, the film also received a limited release on VHS, making it the first installment in the series to receive an official release on the format since Alien vs. Predator in 2004.
Jeez.
Wow.
And the first major Hollywood film to do so since 2006.
I'm a little upset they didn't go with the comic book version of Alien Earth, where the whole world slowly gets taken over. That's where I thought this film was, or
That's
this
what I
series.
thought.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
thought this
season 2.
Series, no, I don't think how we talked about the timelines.
Yeah.
How would it make
That's
sense?
2 years, like I said.
Yeah, and then all that happens with Ripley. He comes back to the Earth. In the comic books, they had to leave Earth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They had to abandon it.
And if this is currently taking place before the first Alien movie, and Ripley comes back to Earth 60 years later,
and everything's fine.
Yeah, so I mean,
and I don't see them coming back. And
like I said,
yep.
The time scale doesn't.
So we know that they're not going to do it by the way that they did it in the
No,
comics.
they're definitely going to change things.
Yeah, I wish they would. I find that so cool that just the slowly taking over the world.
Yeah,
the changing of there used to be big hives, now they're small hives because the queens are realizing we're slowly losing this. My opinion on the film, 4.5.
That's fair.
Yeah, I would like to see.
Yeah, that's what you said.
That's what I said. That's fair.
I thought you said 5. Oh,
I said 5. He said 4.5.
5.
He said 1.5.
I'm 1.5 because I get it. You guys are in control. You got the money. You want to make the show the way you want to make a show. But kind of like you really, if you want the fans to stick around,
you guys have continuity to it.
It's gotta make sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's gotta make sense.
Please do your research.
Like I said, the reason
it's there. It's not like you got to hunt through old archives to dig up dates or anything.
No, true. Like I said, totally off topic. Halo. That was fugazi from the word go. Halo was like craptacular the second they actually put the
show. You mean?
Yeah, the show. Okay. Yeah. Well, no, of course the show. I mean, the show was garbage for them. I mean. Okay, seeing the big giant John getting with the little bitty alien, knocking it out. Like, the sicko was like, okay, I can get that, but it's okay, John. Maybe you're substituting for Cortana for this little itty bitty alien who was a bad guy. Stevie Wonder conceded this chick was a bad guy.
What the fuck? I've never seen the show, and I really don't want to.
You're not missing anything.
Yeah,
you're really not.
No, you're not missing anything.
Yeah, like I said, to me, it doesn't exist.
I haven't seen it either, but I do want to see it just because it's Halo.
Well, if you notice, there is no coverage on it. There's no talks about it anymore because it has officially been swept under the rug.
Yeah, good.
It was 2 seasons, right?
Yes.
It was like, yeah.
And they couldn't grasp anything after things like midway through the second season. They couldn't grasp anything.
Yeah.
Like the viewership just started steadily going downhill.
I heard the second season is a little bit.
It was a little better than midway through the first season, but it's a low bar.
But nothing's gonna beat the marketing that they put out for Halo 3 with some of the live action stuff. Everyone thought they were making a Halo movie whenever they were putting those out.
Believe.
Yeah, and then the live action cinema stuff that they did with Forward Unto Dawn,
Germany's ODST,
the ODST trailer, yeah, and then what was the big one?
Forward Unto Dawn was actually pretty legit.
It was, yeah.
What was the one with Locke that they did? They did it. Didn't they do like an Oni show for a bit there?
Yeah.
Didn't catch my attention.
No.
Why you look that up? Referring back to Aliens, what I want to see out of the film, knowing that I can't get what I want, I'd like to see more of. I mean, I love the xenomorphs. I absolutely love them. I want to see more of them different aliens. I want to see.
Yes, they need to finally branch out.
Is it just 1, 2, 3? Is it just the 3 alien species they got? Because when you see in the containment containers, they look like a whole lot more. Unless there's multiple different ones of the same type in the containment when they're on the ship before it crashes into the
so far they've shown on the show. They've shown the plant, the ticks.
Oh yeah, there's 4 then.
The eye,
the ass or the corrosive spitters, the mineral munchers, and the xenomorph.
Yeah,
I mean
Halo
that's
Nightfall.
5. Nightfall.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. And it's all right.
There's a live action digital feature, Halo Nightfall, where Jameson Locke is the main character. Locke is also a prominent character in the video game Halo 5.
Yeah,
Guardians, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so I'm like, if they come out with a different way of doing the alien, okay, you better swing for the fences because I'm like
You're losing me here.
yeah, I'm giving 8 episodes worth of time. And that's 2 months, and I'm going, where's my payoff? What am I waiting for? This last episode is going to be a
doozy.
Yeah, it's going to be a freaking cliffhanger, and it's going to be one of those shitty clinger. I'm like, oh, and then it's gonna lose me, and then I'm not gonna watch the next season.
See, it kills me because you hate cliffhangers. I love a good cliffhanger. Like
name me a good cliffhanger.
End of the Fallout TV series.
Never actually watched it.
Really? Okay, well, that's two of you now because I know. You watched it, but you haven't played the game.
I've not finished the last episode. I've watched all the way up to the last episode. Didn't finish the last episode. I've seen clips of it.
We're running into spoiler territory for you, anyways, because it's been out for forever.
I've seen clips. No, it's good.
But so the main character's dad, he snatches up some power armor and fucks off at the end of the series, and the cliffhanger is him cresting over this hill and looking over the New Vegas Strip.
Yeah,
setting up the next season.
Yeah. That you told me is part of the game, right?
Yeah, Fallout New Vegas is his own standalone game, and part of the universe. But so the Fallout TV series, the cliffhanger ending on that one with him did a very good job of setting up. Okay, I know exactly what season 2 is going to be about.
Okay, but for a guy like me, I was like,
it would mean nothing because you never experienced the game.
I watched it to the end, and I'm going, okay, I'll bite. I mean, what's this? All the lights and stuff. He's crawling over the crest. I'm like, for me, the ghoul and the girl, that was my draw.
Yeah,
because he was just like, look, I'm an asshole, I'm a ghoul, but I'll keep you alive. And she's like, okay, I'm really into what's going on, and she's very adaptable, and she's come to grips that like Dad was a bad guy. Dad was like the bad guy. And I like that about that. So 1 or 2 episodes into the second season, if it doesn't grab me, into the trash bin it goes.
Well, I mean, they seem to be doing a pretty good job of staying consistent with Fallout lore for the most part. I will say that there is a major twist of putting the CEOs of all the different corporations as like the round table of villains that plotted the whole end of the world scenario.
Yeah.
In the original Fallout series, it was
China.
It was the war between America and China going on, and they capitalized on the crisis, but they weren't the ones making it happen.
And like I said, the entire season had me like interested because they brought a lot of weird stuff to the play. I'm like, okay, this is weird. I like it. Okay, let's keep going. But for me, if it doesn't hold its grandeur in the next season, I'm out. I mean, because like you said, I've never played the games. I was like, I'm interested in what they're actually presenting to me. And from what you guys were telling me, they threw like 3 or 4 different video games into one season.
Timeline wise, it actually takes place after Fallout New Vegas, which, if I remember correctly, is actually the latest in the franchise, chronologically speaking. And the show takes place a few years after that because it's after the fall of the NCR.
Okay.
Which is a damn shame.
Right.
My favorite fact.
Like I said, there was references to all this other stuff that I had no clue. And I guess this wasn't made for a guy like me. This is made for the players of the game.
Well, what'll be really, really interesting to see is if they're going to bring in a synth character.
Do you think they would go that far?
I think so. Why not? They had a synth character in Fallout 3.
Yeah.
There was a synth in Rivet City.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I feel like that would be grabbing. To be honest with you,
I think it would be a perfect way to introduce a character with some scheming back plots, and come to find out that I'm not actually a Brotherhood of Steel soldier or whatever. I'm a double agent for the Institute, and then set up for season 3 to be now we got to get across the country to get to Boston.
But do you really think that they'll make it to a season 3? I have a feeling that Fallout's second season will teeter out near the end, and that'll be it. It'll be a quiet curtain call.
If
hell, even Wheel of Time didn't make it past 3 seasons because they didn't stick to the actual source material.
But if Reacher can get a season 3,
it's not very hard to get a Reacher season 3. I mean, because
And much lower CGI budget.
Exactly. I mean, come
And
on.
less source material they gotta really stick
Muscle
to.
bound.
Well, how many books were
Over
in?
6 feet tall. You got muscle bound. Over 6
You read the
feet
Reacher
tall.
books. How many?
Yeah.
How many are there? In...
I stopped reading at like 6.
Okay.
So there's a lot of source material. And like I said, how hard could it be? 6'5". Well, he's only like 6'2", but he's like 6'5", muscle bound, clinically a psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
But he has military and
Survivalist training.
Yeah, his mom and dad raised him very right, but he's a psychopath.
Yeah.
I mean, and
Psychopath or sociopath?
Yeah, either one is applicable. I mean, they want to go sociopath nowadays because they're saying that a psychopath is someone who basically kills you with no empathy, and he's basically doing it for what a misconception of what he's feeling. A sociopath is someone who is mimicking social cues, and he's getting the thrill of killing you. So you can twist and turn either one of those. But either way, what they're doing is like Reacher is not a good guy. He's a guy who operates within the law when people are watching, and he's murdering people when they're not.
Yeah.
Like people would say Punisher is a good guy. Punisher has never been a good guy.
Find me one person says Punisher's a good guy.
People who like seeing bad guys killed, for the evil that they do. Because technically, Punisher won't kill you if you're innocent. Punisher waits until you're doing overt evil, then he kills you.
Yeah.
Okay, he's the ultimate Judge Dredd of our time.
Yeah.
Because like if a little kid is running down the street and you hit that kid with a car and Punisher sees you, you're probably going to get one until you don't. But if you're just stupid kids running around in the street being dumb,
egging houses,
he's not going to kill you
until you do something.
Until you do something stupid.
Yeah.
That one famous comic one is when the parents were in their kids.
Yeah.
He killed both parents. And then he goes, oh, yeah, can't say the M word. Sorry about that. But look, check this out. You do that kind of evil stuff.
I mean, you can say it, I just got to censor it.
Yeah, Punisher kills you. And then goes, man, I hope I got to those kids in time. Otherwise, I'm going to have to come back here in 20 years.
Yeah, they're going to mimic what happened to them.
Yeah, and get them. I mean, do wrong, you get the bullet. But for some people, that's justice. It's not revenge. It's like you do something wrong, you get killed for it. Especially if it's something grossly, towards humanity. So they consider him a good guy. Everybody else knows that Frank Castle's not a good guy. Okay? And then when you know about Reacher, you know this guy's not a good guy.
Right.
He'll do incredible amounts of harm and evil to someone who is doing bad.
And then he'll turn around with a smile on his face.
Man,
he does that a couple times in the show.
Well, there's one where he's like, he noticed someone being like held hostage and having their bank accounts drained.
Yeah.
And he's like, he noticed it right off the bat. He's like, oh, someone's committing robbery. Walks over and he's like, hey, are you being robbed? She's like, yeah, I'm being robbed. And she's crying and all kinds of hysterical. And then like walks over to the guy, punches through the window, beats the crap out of the guy. And he says to the girl, okay, you're safe now. And she's like, who are you? A man that doesn't want to get involved. He just walks away.
Drops the mag. Give this to the cops.
Yeah, walks away. I mean, he basically, committed, gross assault on someone. Some might call it attempted murder. And if he'd have stuck around, they would have put cuffs on him.
Yeah, vigilanteism or whatever it's called.
They would have put cuffs on him, no doubt.
Well, the funny thing is, like, in season 1, he's rocking around with the sheriff's deputy or whatever she was. And, like, it was... I think it was because he was in her vicinity that he was kind of playing somewhat by the book. There was a lot less of a body count in the first season than the second season.
Yeah, but they were actually ignoring some of the very real threats he was making. So for me, the whole idea of Reacher is like, I'm going to do what I need to do.
No, I don't disagree, but like I said, it actually expresses a better the sociopathy because he kind of behaves with the people that he's around. So classic sociopathic behavior is that you basically mirror or mimic the people you're nearby. It's that not a herd mentality, but it's like a group camouflage. And so I think he does things a bit more by the book in the first season, and in the second season he's back with his people, his team, going after people that are hurt one of his friends. So now he's straight vengeance mode, and so he's racking up a body count, and he's doing some truly diabolical shit to some of these people, and with no moral qualms, no hesitation. He doesn't even think about it twice. I think there was like a bit where he's like, what are you thinking about? He's like, think about what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight, like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And then season 3, it's like they toned it down a bit, put him in a small town, and he's here, protect this kid, and he still does some badass stuff, some fucked up stuff, but for the most part, he takes care of the kid. He kind of almost steps in this weird fatherly role.
Oh, big brother,
yeah, all right, yeah.
Okay, look,
Hey, Tech, you ever watch this?
I've seen bits and pieces of it. It never caught my attention.
I've never watched it.
Like, we were halfway through this, you guys went from talking about the Punisher to back to Reacher, and I'm like, very similar, so I didn't know who we were talking about, so you said Reacher again. I'm like, I got it.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Oh, no, you're good.
This is the road we travel.
It's the road less traveled. We travel it nonetheless.
We forget the road and go straight into the bushes.
I mean, it could be based on the viewership is why season 3 between season 2 has changed drastically from what you're explaining. Because they're picking up another type of audience, because like you said, he's more like a fatherly role, a bigger brother. So that opens up your viewership to a completely different demographic of
That's fair, yeah.
guy.
If season 2 just didn't land with audiences the same way, but he's almost like a completely different person in each 3. It's
I noticed that from just the little clips of it that I've seen.
Yeah.
What, a Reacher?
Yeah. Because it's not like major changes, I wouldn't say. It's like you can tell that the character's development has changed per scene, more or less, from episode 1 to the start of season 3.
Well, in season 1, he's a straight sociopath. He's a straight sociopath who came to see the history of a blues singer. He gets caught up in all kinds of shenanigans.
And his brother's murder.
Yeah, he gets caught up in all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Coincidence? I think not. And then the second one, some people in his crew get killed. Okay, you don't like mess with this guy's people, whether it's his brother or anybody he's grown somewhat to care about. He's coming after you. The third one,
which wasn't it the plot of one of the seasons of the Punisher show with the John Barenthal Punisher? One of his old squad mates was going after the other squad mates. And
the guy who becomes Jigsaw. Yeah, but they loosely mess with the Punisher. I like it simply because of the character who plays Punisher. Yeah. That's full stop. That's all I care about. And Reacher, they're really good at keeping exactly who Reacher and what he is. Like by the time you get to the third season, he supposedly kills someone in the beginning of the third season. I mean, not in the third season, but throughout his motivation to get the bad guy is that he is a guy he supposedly killed years before because that guy killed a protege of his.
Right.
So he's hell-bent on killing that guy.
Yeah, he's going back and finishing the job that he started years ago.
He already put a bullet in this guy's forehead and he survived.
Into a gorge.
He survived.
Somehow he survived.
And he doesn't remember how he got shot or who shot him.
Oh, yeah.
And he's right in front of him the whole time. And he keeps mentioning, you don't know why I'm here, do you? And he goes, her name is such and such. And he's like,
oh fuck. Pop.
Now you remember. Bam. And that's how, that's how much of a sociopath he was. He was like,
yeah, I'm
going to kill this guy.
But I want him to know why I'm killing him.
And he was like a mid-level power guy. He was trying to branch out and be a bigger power guy.
Yeah, like a captain in the cartel or something.
Yeah, gotcha. He was trying to branch up, and he was kind of Reacher was putting a kibosh on it little by little. And that's him in a nutshell.
You know what it really reminds me of between the 3 seasons? It's like the same game, the same main character, but being played by 3 different people, right?
I gotcha.
So if I were to play Mass Effect, you play Mass Effect, you play Mass Effect. That's what it reminds me of, like how you
everyone's going to do different.
One's Paragon, one's in the
Renegade.
middle.
Renegade. Exactly. So like that's how I kind of feel what they did with, or how they represented the character in the show, I should say, between the 3 seasons. But yeah, so bad example of cliffhanger endings, but still good good discussion point.
That's why I like about.
I just realized that's what we were talking about was cliffhangers.
Yeah.
That's all right. You get used to it. Right?
Alien Earth definitely will be a cliffhanger. I hope
it's going to be a cliffhanger.
It's not.
I definitely think it's going to get a second season.
Yes.
I think it's going to get a third season. I think the cliffhanger for the second season is going to be, they fucking, dig up some underground tunnel and it's just going to be full of not just eggs, but more fucking Xenos. And yeah, I think Wendy's going to be the villain, the antagonist in the second season, and I think third season's going to be they figure out some way to clean it up quick, fast, and in a hurry to cut down the time frame from
to get to
however many
Ripley's,
years to get to.
I don't know. I mean, I'm more than glad to be wrong, but I have a feeling that we are coming into a trend where this is the new hot thing. It's interesting.
It gets 2 seasons.
Everyone's in exactly. It gets 2 seasons and then it's done.
It's gonna be the Netflix model.
Yeah, like you had mentioned how Fallout, is getting a second season and it's got a good fan base following. Fallout had the advantage though of seeing where Halo failed.
True. Very true.
And that's the biggest thing. It had that as a benchmark. Okay, don't screw with the fandom. These people are crazy. Don't screw with it. Let's stick to at least a majority of it. Well, I mean, that's why I'm saying I feel like them bringing in a synth to introduce the Institute, at least in season 2, would be way too soon. Even if it's at the end, I feel like that would be too soon. Midway through 3, I was about
to say, let it cook a little bit, and then
see if you can get that engagement to get people thinking, oh, I wonder if there is a synth in this.
When the pulse starts fading,
exactly.
hit them with it a little bit of adrenaline.
And then if it fails after that, it's dead.
Or make that the cliffhanger for the end of season 2, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. It would be interesting because from what I remember, I haven't played as much Fallout New Vegas as I have Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. But I don't think there was any mentions of synth characters in Fallout New Vegas because
I don't think
it's
so,
a different studio.
Yeah, it might not have because of that, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Obsidian.
Yeah, but so we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah.
I said, as a storyteller myself, I know the ways and directions I would take it, and that's kind of what I base my predictions off of. And I think that's kind of my issue is that, like, I'm a good storyteller.
That's why they won't hire you. And that is why they won't hire you.
And I love the source material, and I want to do it justice and honor it so fucking
How many times has Henry Cavill been fired?
Fucking too many, man. He was a great Superman.
Based off his love for source material.
Mm.
And he does not cater. And God bless him, he doesn't compromise.
Right.
Yep.
And
that's why and that is why I will watch anything that man touches.
Yeah.
That was a fun one. Welcome to the club, Tech. That was a lot of fun.
I think that's a W. I think
so too.
Yeah,
cool.
We definitely got a good solid hit there, and definitely made up for the lost episode that we shall never speak of after this moment, beginning now. Ladies and gentlemen, you all have a wonderful evening. We'll see you next time on the next shift. Good night.
All right, good night, y'all.
Have a good night.
All right, time to empty out the mop bucket, run the trash, and hit the lights. Go get off my time clock. Be safe getting home.